Welcome to the Environmental Studies lesson on global environmental issues. By the end of the video, you will learn about global warming and climate change, ozone layer depletion and acid rain. Climate refers to the long-term patterns of temperature, precipitation, and weather conditions in a region. These patterns are essential for defining the character of a place over extended periods, and they vary across the globe. You can think of climate as the personality of a place, and it comes in various types, such as tropical, subtropical, continental, and Arctic. Additionally, climate can be classified by characteristics like Mediterranean, monsoon, or desert types. Among many, two major factors stand out: temperature and precipitation. Solar radiation plays a significant role in warming the Earth's surface and atmosphere. When sunlight reaches our planet, about one-third of it is reflected into space, while approximately 20% is absorbed by atmospheric gases. The remaining energy reaches the Earth's surface and is absorbed, warming it. This absorbed energy is then re-emitted in the form of infrared radiation. However, not all this radiation escapes freely into space. Some of it is absorbed by certain atmospheric gases, forming a barrier that traps heat. This natural phenomenon is akin to a greenhouse, where glass walls prevent heat from escaping, thereby raising the temperature inside. This effect is aptly named the greenhouse effect. Now, let's talk about the culprits behind the greenhouse effect: greenhouse gases. These gases, including carbon dioxide, CO2, methane, CH4, ozone, O3, chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, and water vapor, H2O, are responsible for trapping heat and increasing the Earth's average temperature. Of these gases, water vapor contributes about 2/3 to the greenhouse effect, while carbon dioxide accounts for about 1/4. Other gases like nitrogen, N2, oxygen, O2, and argon, Ar, present in the atmosphere are incapable of absorbing infrared radiation and thus do not contribute significantly to the greenhouse effect. Activities such as the generation of energy from fossil fuels and deforestation have led to a rise in CO2 concentration, intensifying the greenhouse effect. This intensified effect results in an increase in global temperatures, a phenomenon known as global warming. Scientific studies indicate that the Earth's temperature has already increased by approximately 0.3 degrees Celsius to 0.6 degrees Celsius since 1860, and the last 2 decades of the 20th century were particularly warm, with 1998 being a notable year. Global warming isn't just a scientific concept, it's an environmental shift with profound consequences. One prominent consequences of global warming are the rise in sea levels. As the Earth warms, it causes the thermal expansion of water in the oceans and leads to the melting of glaciers and polar ice sheets. These combined factors contribute to an increase in sea. This elevation in sea level carries severe implications for coastal regions and islands around the world. Another significant effect of global warming is the alteration of global climate patterns. This change results in a more vigorous hydrological cycle, characterized by more intense rainfall, floods, and droughts. Such extreme weather events can disrupt ecosystems, agriculture, and the livelihoods of communities. The growing concern surrounding climate change prompted international efforts to address this critical issue. In 1988, the World Meteorological Organization (WMO) and the United Nations Environment Programme (UNEP) established the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC). In 1992, the global community took a significant step forward by adopting the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change (UNFCCC). This treaty aimed to address the growing problem of global warming by stabilizing greenhouse gas concentrations in the atmosphere. One of the key milestones in the international response to climate change was the adoption of the Kyoto Protocol in 1997. Under this protocol, developed countries committed to reducing their greenhouse gas emissions by an average of 5.2% below 1990 levels during the first commitment period from 2008 to 2012. In response to the challenges posed by climate change, India introduced the National Action Plan on Climate Change (NAP) in 2008. This comprehensive plan comprises 8 national missions, each targeting specific areas of climate change mitigation and adaptation. These missions encompass a wide range of initiatives, from promoting solar energy and energy efficiency to enhancing sustainable agriculture and water resource management. Now, let's shift our focus to another critical environmental issue: ozone layer depletion. The ozone layer is a region of the Earth's stratosphere that contains a relatively high concentration of ozone, O3, molecules. This layer plays a crucial role in protecting life on Earth by absorbing and blocking a significant portion of the harmful ultraviolet (UV) solar radiation from the sun. When ODS, particularly CFC, are released into the atmosphere, they eventually reach the stratosphere. There, they are broken down by ultraviolet (UV) radiation from the sun. This breakdown process releases chlorine atoms, Cl, which are highly reactive and capable of catalytically destroying ozone, O3, molecules. The consequences of ozone layer depletion are far-reaching. The thinning of the ozone layer allows more harmful UVB and UVC radiation to reach the Earth's surface. This increased exposure to UV radiation has detrimental effects on various aspects of life on our planet. Now, let's delve into another environmental concern: acid rain. Acid rain is a phenomenon that occurs when acidic substances in the atmosphere, such as sulfur dioxide, SO2, and nitrogen oxides, NOx, combine with rainwater. While rain is naturally slightly acidic due to the presence of dissolved carbon dioxide, acid rain refers to rainwater with a significantly lower pH level. Fossil fuel combustion, industrial processes, volcanic eruptions, and forest fires release sulfur dioxide, SO2, and nitrogen oxides, NOx, into the atmosphere. These gases can undergo complex chemical reactions when they meet atmospheric moisture, leading to the formation of sulfuric acid, H2SO4, and nitric acid, HNO3, respectively. The consequences of acid rain are seen in aquatic ecosystems. Acid rain can lead to the acidification of lakes, rivers, and streams, making them inhospitable for many aquatic species. The acid in rainwater can corrode buildings, statues, and monuments, leading to structural damage and aesthetic degradation over time. That's a wrap. For additional information on this lesson, please look at the content below the video in the online course. To get a list of the important questions and their answers for this lesson, please refer to the guidebook by our publications provided to you with this course for free. It shows you a list of all the questions that have the highest chance of coming in your next exams based on research carried out on previous year question papers. All the best, and I'll see you in the next lesson.